Now, I've seen a lot of Arduino products and sensors and shields. In fact, I've even developed a few of my own and sold them. But this one is really incredible. This really blows me away at what it can do. And that's why I'm shooting a separate video just to highlight this particular shield, because it really is one of the best solutions for prototyping with Arduino and iOS or Android development. And this is called the Anakin Andy shield. And they have a couple different products. This one happens to be the version that's compatible with iOS and Android. And it's a little bit different than a typical Bluetooth LE shield or Bluetooth LE application. I've shown a few others in previous videos. And with this board, you can even develop the front-end app or graphical user interface on your iOS or Android device within the Arduino code, and that's what makes it really special. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's called the Anakin Andy, and no, I don't get royalties or anything from them. I was just blown away when I got this. In fact, many of my students have used this for prototyping, and that's what caught my eye. The first time I saw it, I said, wow, you did that? You don't even know how to do iOS development. And they're like, oh yeah, I used this shield. It was awesome. And ever since then, I've been a big fan. Let me go ahead and plug it in and go over how to use it. First thing you're going to want to do is go to their website. You can learn all about it. You can buy one over there. They're about $80. So not exactly a cheap solution, but let me tell you, the amount of time this will save you for 80 bucks is quite staggering. And you'll also have a resource page where you'll be able to download the latest library, and that's important. Once you do that, you'll get a zip file. I happen to have mine there on the desktop. I'll load up the Arduino IDE and install that library. And you just select where you've downloaded it, install it, restart your Arduino IDE, and you'll be good to go. And once that library is installed, you can go to examples, down here to Andy. Where are they? There you go. And there are tons of examples built in, and they're actually all quite good. We're going to look at the slider to control servo code. And before we upload that or get started, you'll also have to go to your Google Play Store or go to your App Store for iOS and download the Andy app. And I have it running right here, and it's ready to scan. So once I upload this code, I'll check my board and port looks good. Let's upload the code. And it's done uploading. I can scan for a device. There it is, Andy U. Connect. Retrieving the data, it's connected, and now I have current position control servo. Now, of course, I have to hook up a servo, so let's take a look at the code, and it basically tells me there's a servo connected to pin 2, right here, line 31. Couldn't really be easier than that. So I happen to have a servo right here. Let's grab a couple of jumper wires. I'm all about the same length. That's good enough, and I've got red for 5 volt. I'll do white as ground. And I've got my signal going into digital pin 2. I've got a servo there, and here's my app. And if I move this slider, you can see I can control the position. Go back to 0, go halfway. Unbelievably easy. So here's another example that I think is pretty neat. Go into Andy again, and we can do demo text-to-speech. Now, text-to-speech actually isn't that easy to do. But once I upload this code,
a text-to-speech demonstration using a Anakin Andy.
Hello, I am from the States.
Hello.
Now that'll keep running through all the different sounds and words that it can say. And if you look through here, it's just a loop. It literally says a text-to-speech demonstration, and you have different voices, different speeds. Very cool. I'm going to stop that before it drives me too crazy.
This is a high-pitched voice.
This is a low-pitched voice.
And I'll do that by just unplugging it. And the last thing I want to show you is this lesson for changing colors. Let me plug my board back in and let's make sure it's all connected, upload it. And since I unplugged it, I'm going to have to scan it again. I can get rid of my servo. I'm not going to use that anymore. And now that I've connected, you can see what it's displaying. And this, I think, is very powerful. It's just basically saying hello world in all the different colors. But when you look at the code, if you wanted to create a box or a button, you do that all within the Arduino code. You don't have to program anything on iOS. You don't have to download any developer code, software, nothing. You define box 1, and then down here, you can pick color themes, and you basically set the color, you set the text, and that's about it. So you can see the first one right here is hello world, turquoise, text is light, text is dark. That's this box right here. So if you want to develop a really slick demo with button presses or robot controls or text-to-speech or a ton of other things, the Anakin Andy is a great shield for you to use in your Arduino prototype.